It's almost time to return to the Arconia for another twisting season of Only Murders in the Building. After 3 seasons of podcast hijinks that, arguably, became increasingly predictable, the blockbuster Hulu comedy changes things up with an even more star-studded and personal 4th season. I'm 7 episodes into the latest case, and I'm pleased to say that, following a typical but still enjoyable 3rd season, Only Murders in the Building has found its innovative spark. To summarize, Only Murders in the Building Season 3 concluded with a 2-punch twist. A guy who closely resembled Charles Hayden Savage, Steve Martin, entered the former television actor's residence and was shot by an unseen sniper. However, the victim was identified as Saspataki Jane Lynch, Charles's longtime stunt double and friend. The stage is set for Charles, Oliver, Martin Short, and Mabel Selena Gomez to plunge right into this new mystery, but the new season begins with lots of twists that complicate Saz's fate. This restores the show's sense of urgency. In addition to the underlying mystery, the Arconia 3 faces a new challenge: Hollywood. Paramount wants to adapt the titular podcast into a film, and they've already chosen actors to play the 3 main protagonists. Eugene Levy, Eva Longoria, and Zach Galifianakis play fictional versions of themselves as they investigate what happened to Saz, which may have deeper ties to the Arconia and the trio than anybody could have suspected. Lynch's Saz has been a recurring character throughout the series' duration, and the production wisely keeps her around today. As Charles delves deeper into the mystery, he is forced to examine his connection with Saz, only to discover that it may have been more one-sided than he had anticipated. Initially, the movie plotline is more comical than serious, but its actual strength is revealed in the season's character development. The players become mirrors for the trio, forcing Charles, Oliver, and Mabel to confront their darkest vulnerabilities. Charles disputes the claim that he is the least enjoyable member of the group, while Mabel, who is currently homeless, tries to figure out her position in the world. Oliver, on his part, is compelled to be vulnerable in his personal life with Loretta, Meryl Streep, whom he has been dating long distance. These character-driven links are only heightened by the series' most recent mystery, a murder that proves to be the most personal and emotional case yet. Lynch's Saz has been a recurring character throughout the series' duration, and the production wisely keeps her around today. As Charles delves deeper into the mystery, he is forced to examine his connection with Saz, only to discover that it may have been more one-sided than he had anticipated. Only Murders in the Building takes on a new urgency as it fleshes out that relationship, owing to the fact that we care for Saz as well. With Season 3, it appeared that Only Murders in the Building had settled into a familiar pattern, with each episode ending with a new suspect who would be quickly refuted the next week. Season 4 primarily avoids this by introducing a larger mystery within the Arconia. The trio is brought to the West Tower, where numerous diverse occupants have their own secrets. Perhaps the most refreshing aspect of this story is how the Arconia, a building we've grown to love and know well, morphs into a more strange and disturbing place. Only Murders Season 4 is packed with major actors. That premise, the Arconia no longer feeling quite so secure, may seem like a predictable conclusion given the number of killings that have occurred there. But the program manages to heighten the tension with a horrific scenario that concludes Episode 6 and propels Only Killings into its most starry chapter yet. Season 4 is packed with big-name stars. Aside from those already mentioned, newcomers to the cast include Richard Kind, Kumail Nanjiani, Melissa McCarthy, and Molly Shannon. That's not even getting into the names I can't say here. As a result, Only Murders in the Building runs the risk of leaning too heavily on cameos, creating the sense of a Marvel film rather than a grounded murder investigation. Overall, the entertaining guest performers don't overstay their welcome, portraying characters that fit like puzzle pieces into the larger story arc of Oliver, Mabel, and Charles. The entire ensemble brings their A-game to the season, especially the actors portraying themselves. Longoria is particularly humorous, and Galifianakis is a terrific sport, prepared to make fun of himself. At the end of the day, Only Crimes in the Building tells the story of 3 unusual friends who solve crimes. But the chemistry between Short, Martin, and Gomez remains a standout.